What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Your boy King Jaffe Joe 413 back with another one. How you guys doing? Chilling? You already know me, chilling like always. Yo, it's been shipped this bike out from Illinois for your man King Jaffe Joe to put his touch on it. You know what I'm saying? He want that King Jaffe Joe touch on it. He hit me up, yo, was like, yo, I want to ship my bike out to you. I'm like, word. He's like, yo, how much for you to come get it? Gave him my price. You know what I'm saying? My price was a little high because I got to pay someone to come get me. I got to get a truck. You know what I'm saying? But he found somebody on his own to come out to bring it out to me. So here it is here. So what we're doing right now is we just taking a walk around and take a look at it and see what we got. You know what I'm saying? What we working with. That's what we got to do. We seeing what we working with, a couple things, see what we got to change. So first of all, bike got here, bike has no gas, bike has no power. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, we know we need a new battery. You know what I'm saying? I tried to throw the battery charger on it. No bueno. The battery charger said, nah, B, I'm not taking the charge. Nah, I'm not taking the charge. So battery got to be replaced. That's number one. All right, so we see we got speakers on here. We got 4 speakers on here. So when I'm looking at the battery, I disconnected the battery because I want to make sure I disconnected everything from the battery before I started charging it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know I started trying to charge it at first, and the battery charger was like, nah, B. So I was like, let me disconnect everything and then try to charge it. Battery still was like, nah. So we're gonna have to replace the battery. But I did see the amp wire right here for the system, all right? And then there's a yellow wire going directly to it. I'm hoping this yellow wire is not the remote wire for the amp, which gives the amp power, which turns the amp on, because if that is what that is, that means that the amp's always drawing power, you know what I'm saying? And we don't want the amp to always be drawing power. So hopefully that's not what that is. So first of all, one of the first things I looked at when I noticed when I took the hood off was it was missing one of these pins. These pins that go right here that hold the hood on. It was missing one of those. So obviously that's gonna have to replace. We're probably gonna be doing something different from those pins. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me cut. You know what I'm saying? We're probably gonna be doing something different from the factory pins. I'm looking at something different for those. As soon as I got to the hood, we noticed this right here. Broken on the hood. So that hood's gonna have to be replaced. You know what I'm saying? Glue it. Some of you probably, you can glue it. We probably could glue it. But that's not how we do things over here. You know what I'm saying? What we're gonna do is we're gonna recommend that the customer replace it, get a brand new one. You know what I'm saying? Usually these aren't that much, $40, $50. So we're gonna recommend that the customer get a new one and replace it. But if they wanna glue it, we can glue it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we can do it, but we don't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? We don't recommend it. So starting off with that. So boom, that's 2 things we already know. We need a hood, we need a battery. You know what I'm saying? So now what I'm gonna do is I gotta get the front of this off so I can get one of the shop batteries in here so I can get some power to this to see what's going on after I get power here. I want to check the miles. You know what I'm saying? It's a 2022. We got a 2022 Rally. So we want to check the miles, see how many miles is on it. Because do we need to do a belt change? We don't know if we need to do a belt change. I'm going to personally recommend doing a belt change off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. If you didn't have one already and it's a 2022, you should have one. Belt change, high torque rollers. We'll probably do a helix in there. We'll probably do a high pressure spring in there as well. You know what I'm saying? We probably do all that. You know what I'm saying? Hit up my man BLR Tuning. Grab a tune. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not seeing a dyno jet on here. I'm not seeing a dyno jet on here, guys. So we're gonna need a tune. You know what I'm saying? It got an exhaust, but it's the two brothers. We don't. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more RLS, Trail Performance, you know what I'm saying? There's other brands than the two brothers. We don't really mess with the two brothers, yo. BKD, you know what I'm saying? He's along this, you know what I'm saying? We don't, you know what I'm saying? Those is kind of hard to find right now, but I'm not liking how the two brothers is looking on here. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me bring y'all down here. Let's take a look. So one of the other things I noticed off the rip, is this rim right here. See this rim right here? Something was rubbing on that. So, boom. As you know, I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna recommend a fender delete. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna recommend a fender delete. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. I'm recommending off the rip. we get rid of this plastic, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna have a crash bar here, let's get one of the metal ones from Sling Mods, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just gonna recommend that, you know what I'm saying? We come back around the bike, obviously a new wrap, boom. This right here, I don't really mess with these right here. These big things right here, don't really mess with those. I don't know if his system's hooked up to that. Like if this is hooked up to that, but this looked like it might be his system might be hooked up to this. So I don't know if this is really even doing anything here but taking up space and looking ugly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna recommend we get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? If you want a windshield, we could throw a windshield on there, but this big bulky joint, if you got all these other speakers, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with these speakers though. This one, a little sturdy, but this one's a little wiggly. I don't know if he likes them like that or if you're gonna change them up, but we're gonna have to address that. Yep, I'm already saying, fenders, delete. Rims, I would change the rims. You can get some PPAs or you can get some different stock ones, you know what I'm saying? Couple of different options I got in my head already, but if not, we could powder coat the factories, you know what I'm saying? We could do that, you know what I'm saying? If we wanna keep the fenders, I'm saying we get a fender, a license plate relocator for the side, and we chop the fender, you know what I'm saying? Just to give it a little, expose more tire on the back, you know what I'm saying? Boom, that's just a couple recommendations I'm gonna do. So, what I'm gonna do right now, that's a quick walk around, I'm gonna recommend, you know what I'm saying? From off the rip, just off the quick, mirror. There's no mirror here. So, what we're gonna do right now is, we're gonna try to get this front end, we're gonna touch this front end and try to get a battery up in here. We're gonna try to get a battery up in here and see what's going on with the mileage. We're gonna check the mileage and check check what's going on with some power, you know what I'm saying? Give it some power, give it some gas, you know what I'm saying? So let me see, we got a torque. Let me see, we got a torque right here. Let me drop y'all down. Shoot. You got one more. All right. All right, so I'm probably gonna fast forward through this real quick. I might fast forward through this real quick, but I'm just gonna hop down here and we're gonna try to get this front end off, let's try to get this front end off. So we got 2 screws on the bottom. It's obviously holding this metal thing on, this thing here. There is a metal bar in there, but most of it's plastic. I don't like it. We're gonna get it. But if the customer wants to keep it, we can keep it. All right. Oh, there's 2 more. I never took one of these off before. First time for me, guys. First time. All right. Boom. 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 Off. So 4 screws. You got to remove at the bottom of this right here. Boom. First time of me taking one of these off, but 4 screws. Set of 2. Boom. That gets that off, right? All right. So now Let's all right. As you can see, we got some lights in this piece. We got some lights. You know me. I'm gonna say we're gonna replace these. That's what I'm gonna recommend. We replace these with some new lights. Why? Because I didn't install them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some of the new custom King Joffrey Joe made in-house made lights. I'm gonna recommend. Oh shoot, we lost this camera. We lost that camera right there. Where the Phillips at? Oh, right there. All right. All right, so now let's pull this battery off. All right. These wires out the way. Let's pull that battery. All right, let's grab another battery off the shelf. All right, grab the battery off the shelf. We're gonna throw this battery in there real quick to see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? Let me see. That's for a system right here. There's a couple negatives right here that I just pulled off earlier. A couple negatives that I pulled off earlier. A couple pots. This right here, another negative. Yeah, there's a couple different negatives. Oh, this is the one for the bike right here. We got some LED lights tucked in here. Yeah, I'm gonna want to take all that out, clean all that up. Personally, that's what I'm gonna want to do. Hopefully the customer's okay with all that. Fuck. Shit. Come on. Fuck. Little screw thing fell out. Oh, look at that. Corrosion. That's all corrosion. The screw thing fell out. That little thing right there. This one ain't gonna fit. The corroded one ain't gonna fit. It's this one. This one not corroded. It's not gonna fit. Oh, there it fit. There we go. All right, let's not drop it this time. All right. Let's get that positive on there. Alright, let's throw this negative on here. And let's check if we got some power, guys. Just check if we got some power. All right, we got some power. There's a little bit of gas in here. Probably some bad gas. Probably some bad gas. Oh, good thing they definitely didn't send me a key for this gas tank. Good thing it wasn't locked. I got some fuel right here. Let's see, they give you the funnel with this joint. No funnel. No funnel on the new bikes. My 2019 got a funnel. My shit came with the funnel. My shit came with the funnel. You know what I'm saying? My shit came with the funnel. That's for sure. See, a lot of these newer bikes don't be having the funnel. I don't know why they don't got the funnel. All right, let's try it again. Not a strong battery, but it's a battery. So what I'm doing now, I'm flicking the switch, trying to get some gas in there. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this on a charge, let it get some more charge. That'll probably help it. A little bit more charge will probably help it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt it. Battery wasn't on the charger. It's a used battery, you know what I'm saying? But it's still got life in it. Look how many cranks it got on there. If the bike was running, if I threw it in my bike would have started right up. Gang, 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 gang. Like nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't the battery. Still this battery on the charge. Get some charge in it. All right, so it's on the charge. Sounds like I hear the fuel pump kicking in, so. See, that one was a little closer. They told me it was left without no gas when they parked it. He let his friend borrow it. Let's give it a second. Oh, my sock coming down. All right, let's give it a second. Let it get some of that juice in there. You can't really check the oil because you got to run the bike to check the oil. You know what I'm saying? You got to turn it on, stop it off. Boom. System's disconnected. Check this glove box. Look up at the system. We got a little amp in here. Oops. What the fuck is that? A little cover, little caps for the things. I'll find that other one. Little amp. I gotta see if this receiver channel. Oh yeah, this right here is a Bluetooth receiver right here, I think. Bluetooth controller. Oh yeah, Bluetooth controller. So this already got a Bluetooth controller on it, so I don't think it needs this thing up here. You don't need that ugly shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, that battery don't got enough juice. Let's pull another battery off the shelf. Let's pull another battery off the shelf, see what else we got here. We got more batteries on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Let's try this one right here. Let's try this battery. Let's switch batteries. Where'd I put the screwdriver? Right here. Let's switch batteries again. Let's try another battery. Maybe if we got a battery with better juice. Trust me. You see how many times I started that though? Trust me. You see how many times I try to start that? Y'all see how many times I try to start that? So if I ever had a bike that started with no problem, that had fuel in it, that bike would have started a couple times. So don't blame it on the battery. Not only on the battery, it could have been partially the battery didn't start. The battery ain't have enough juice to crank it harder, but all right, let's try this battery, see what's up with this one. See that? That battery's stronger. Sounds like it's fuel. Uh-oh, see that? Let's throw this one back on the charge. I think I might have to bring the, buds out here, hook the buds up to it, and prime the fuel pump, you know what I'm saying? Prime the fuel pump. Maybe prime the injectors with the bud system and see if that'll get the fuel pumping. I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna have to do. If I get the bud system and I prime the fuel pump, that's gonna put pressure in the system, so when I prime the fuel injectors, that's gonna blow, that should blow anything, some stuff out. Think so? So, all right, walk around, quick synopsis of what we need. We need the battery, right? We need the battery, and we need to get it started. And everything else I said at the beginning. So that's a quick start off to this bike. So let me check me in the next one. I'll make sure I'm gonna have the computer up for you guys and pull up the computer. I got it downstairs. I don't think it's charged. I haven't charged it all, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to charge that up and throw the bud system on here. All right, guys, so check you in the next one. Peace.